Have you ever noticed that even businesses you wouldn't even consider tech companies are now using technology to run their business? Whether you're in insurance, healthcare, finance, nonprofits, or sports industry, every business now is a tech company. Some just don't know it yet. I'm Matt, your friendly neighborhood CTO. I've got 25 years of experience in the tech industry, and I'm going to teach you 5 things that make companies a tech company and why it matters to you. Also tell you how to keeping up with competition, keeping up with tech. You'll find out. Technology used to be something that only the big guys had access to because it was expensive. So the costs are coming down. There are some really great tools out there that can help you run your business. No matter what your company does, technology and tools to help you do more with less, be more effective, be more efficient are out there for you. If you need help navigating that, I'd love to help you out. Book a consultation call with me. There's a link in the description down below. I'll spend some time and help you figure out what's best for your company. So here's a real world example. I worked with a small insurance company, and they had a claims management system and a document management system. And then they built a homegrown claims entry system. Now this claims entry system looks like an engineer designed it. It was horrible. So we came in and we redesigned that application. We rewrote it. It took longer than they expected. It went from 15 minutes down to about 15 to 30 seconds. So instead of doing 4 an hour, you could do 4 a minute. That kind of ROI was fantastic for them. And then it gets even better because we integrated with their document management system. We would create documents, upload it to that system, and then we integrated as well with their claims management system. So this one application connected with 2 other applications that they didn't have to interact with as much. Then further down the road of the claims process, people could just work in that claims management system, and they didn't have to keep going back and forth between the 2 different systems. So here are the 5 key reasons every company is a tech company. Number 1 is customer expectations. Just like that example, could you imagine being on the phone trying to file a claim and it took at least 15 minutes? So that cut down that time. They were on the phone for a minute or 2. That's a huge savings for my client and for their customers. Core operations. A lot of my work in the last quarter century has been in operations. We will streamline systems, we will streamline the activities and workflows, we'll integrate with existing systems, and it cuts operations time down. It gives the employees a chance to breathe, and it lets them focus on what's most important. A competitive advantage is number 3. So technology can give you a competitive advantage in several different ways. The most obvious is customer-facing applications. If you want to get your app out there, the sooner you can get it out, the sooner you can start making money with it, or the sooner you can make a difference with your customers' lives. All right, number 4, data. I know it's boring, data is boring, but I have a 1-pager. I'll include the link in the description for that as well. And it covers making business decisions based off of data. So data is really important. I mean, Google built their whole business off of data. That's all they do is data. The more data they have, the better decisions they can make. Let's say they always run out of croissants and that's their best seller. If you have enough data, you can go back and make more data. But if you know that Tuesdays you never run out of croissants and you throw half of them away, you can adjust Tuesday's croissant count down and up it for the weekend. This is basic stuff that everyone knows, but if you can have it in data, then you can see it. You can also see seasonal changes too. Everyone knows that ice cream sells better in the summer. So, you'll ramp up in summer. Okay, the last one, 5, security and compliance. Security it's like auto insurance. You don't need it until someone rear-ends you or you make a mistake and run into someone else. Then you need your insurance. Cybersecurity is the same way. I had another client, they got hacked twice in about a month, and it probably cost them a week and a half of people working nonstop around the clock. For the first attack, the second one probably took a little less time, but they probably spent $250,000 just getting their systems back up and running. Or you could secure your environment because the hack was a vulnerability that wasn't patched. So if you secure your environment, you mitigate that risk. Your risk is never 0, but you want to mitigate it as much as you can. You want to reduce it. Just like driving on the road, the risk is never 0, but if you're more attentive, you don't tailgate, you drive reasonable, your chances of getting in an accident are far less likely. The risk of ignoring technology. If you're not implementing technology, you're falling behind. I talked to one guy and he said, Yeah, my goal is to double revenue. Well, what does that mean? Well, I just want to double revenue. Okay, over what period of time? He's using technology, but he has vague goals. And so with a vague goal comes a vague result. If you're just implementing technology to implement technology, you've got a vague result. You've really got to fine tune what you're looking for. You've got to see what the competition is doing. You've got to see what the industry is doing. And then you need to focus on what will get you from A to B, what will get you to the next level, what will help you achieve business goals. Don't just go for the shiny new app that you want to build. There has to be a business goal and a business objective tied to that shiny new app. Maybe not building the app is the right decision. Maybe building the app is the right decision. I just don't know without that information. There's got to be a lot of digging into seeing where things are and where it needs to be. All right, so what does this mean for leaders, founders, non-technical founders, CEOs? There's a lot to keep up with. How do you keep up with technology? First, you hire someone like myself. If you don't hire me, hire someone else. Make sure you get a full-time CTO or a fractional CTO so that they can help you navigate the tech space. Is vast. It is changing more quickly than it ever has. We need to keep a pulse on what's changing, what the new tools are, and how we can more effectively manage the tech in your business. One of the things that's changing is AI. I kind of roll my eyes when people say they want to implement an AI whatever, because that's not always the solution. AI is that hammer, right? When all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Well, are they nails or are they screws? Because there's a different approach to each one of those. So if AI is the right answer, yeah, for sure. Let's go and build AI agents. Let's build whatever. Let's see what's out there on the market. For instance, I have an AI inbox manager. So now instead of dealing with 100 emails a day, I deal with 5 because they're categorized and put into folders. And then I can just ignore a lot of it because it's noise. So you want to get that signal to noise ratio down to where you're focusing on the right things, not focused on AI. It's all about business goals. Business goals drive every decision you make. It's not about the AI should drive the decision. It's a business goal. What is your business goal? So let's get really clear on your business goals, and then we can start brainstorming and start solutioning. But first, identify the goals, identify the problems. So some final thoughts. What business goals do you have? What problems do you have? What part of your business could be transformed through technology? Drop a comment, like this video if you found it valuable. Lastly, there's a link in the description to book a call with me. I'd love to get on a call, get to know your business, get to know what you're working on and how I could help. I'm looking to help people. I'm looking to make a difference. And as everyone always says, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.